Well, there's a reason kung bakit ako naging closet astrologer because there is a stigma sa astrology. Ang alam lang natin yung sun signs. And I also meet people and I read online na sinasabi nila, yung mga naniniwala sa astrology, medyo mahina yung utak. Because why would you believe in astrology? But actually, what they're talking about is the, sign judging or very pop astrology. Yung sinasabi ko, 1% lang. Very surface level ng astrologies. Sabi ko nga, hindi porket mahilig ka sa astrology at gumawa ka ng content, totoong astrologer ka na. Because the term astrologer is very loosely used by people. Hindi porket makabili ka ng scalpel, surgeon ka na. Okay, and this is also one of the reasons why I got into astrology, but for myself. Because if I had listened to the advice of, the person who first, read my chart, yung advices niya sa akin is hindi maganda. So, pwedeng napahamak ako. Buti na lang, intact yung values ko from childhood, from, yung foundations ko. There's what we call ethics nga in astrology. So, we try, or although, sa totoo lang, pwede mo naman din makita or malaman yung mga moments or periods in a person's life na medyo delikado siya, like death.
Ang paghahanap ng aming mga guest at pagbabahagi ng kanilang kwento ay nangangailangan ng maraming oras. Pero sa tulong nyo, makakadiscover kami ng mga iba't iba pang mga istorya ng ordinaryong Pilipino. Para sa mas magandang community experience, pwede kayo makipag-usap at magtanong ng kahit ano sa aming mga naging guests at manatiling anonymous sa Discord. I-click nyo lamang ang join button para maging isang exclusive member. Maraming salamat!
Hi, I am Monica Morales, an astrologer, wellness advocate, speaker, and strategic consultant.
Ayan po, nasabi niyo po sa amin na kayo po ay isang astrologer po. Pwede niyo po bang ipaliwanag sa ating mga viewers kung ano po yung astrology and kung ano po yung ginagawa niyo bilang isang astrologer po?
So, astrology is actually the study or observation of the stars and the planets. Ever since the dawn of mankind, even the caveman, they look to the stars, to the heavens for guidance. So, maraming iba-ibang sibilisasyon tumitingin sa langit at gusto nilang malaman kung ano yung mangyayari in the future. So, it is actually a form of divination or to foresee, to foretell what there is in the future. So, until now, astrology is still being used. And ako, bilang astrologer, I would like to refer to myself as a messenger of the stars. Not necessarily para malaman talaga kung anong mangyayari kinabukasan or in the future, 10 years from now. But how I use astrology is actually, I guide people into their potential and how they can use what the stars have given them or what the divine have actually granted them. So people can live a full life.
Pwede niyo po bang ikwento po sa amin kung ano po yung history, kung paano po kayo napasok sa mundo po ng pag-aaral ng astrology?
I first got into astrology because I actually sought for answers. I come from medical corporate background, so it's very evidence-based. And I am the type of person that things have to make sense, kailangan merong basis, may proof. So there was a time in my life before I was still what I refer to it as my past life. So before I was in corporate, medical corporate, and there came a time in my life that from sobrang okay na nangyayari sa life ko, sa buhay ko, biglang parang ang daming nangyayari na hindi ka nais-nais. So, inisip ko noon, ano ba nangyayari? Minamalas ako, hanggang kailan to? And ang pinaka naging peak noon or hudyat noon is when my father, who I'm very close to, passed away. So, naganap ako ng mga answers. So, nag-research ako, napunta ako sa energy, sa crystals, power of the mind, and I also got a reading from an astrologer. So, very new ako sa astrology. So, when I had a reading, so medyo kinabahan pa ako noon kasi hiningi yung birth details ko ahead of time. So, a week after, minit ko tong astrologer or the person who read me. So, face-to-face meeting, some of the things na sinabi niya sa akin, okay naman, made sense, pero nagduda ako kasi baka tinitignan lang niya yung Facebook ko. Some of the things, hindi ako naniwala sa sinasabi niya. And then, he was telling me actually of things that do not agree with my values. So, because of that, being investigador at Dudera, so I researched on astrology. So, inalam ko ano ba tong astrology na to, paano ba binabasa to, and it actually got me into what I call a rabbit hole. So, ang dami ko ng ibang, naging very curious ako, no, about energy, beliefs, and I wanted to know, what was happening to me. So, nung inaaral ko na yung astrology, and inaral ko siya because I wanted to disprove actually what, that person was telling me. So, I hated astrology at that point. Hindi ko siya gusto kasi nga some of the things na sinabi sa akin hindi okay. So, in that process, so when I was trying to debunk astrology, I actually also studied and I enrolled myself in different courses abroad sa astrology, and I actually found out that astrology is a very good life hack. However, there are also people who just pretend to know how to read charts, but hindi naman. So I actually started astrology only for myself, and then eventually, mga kaibigan ko nagpapabasa, and then yung mga kaibigan din nila, nagre-refer sila. So I was actually a closet astrologer. And then, people were telling me, nako, Miss M, you should actually even teach astrology. So that became my advocacy because astrology is actually a very good life hack. So I still read now, hindi na ako closet, or I'm trying to be not a closet anymore. And also, I teach people how to read real astrology or how to use real astrology beyond memes and pop or entertainment astrology that we see online.
Ayan, nasabi niyo po na, di ba po, kaya po ninyo na-discover yung world ng astrology kasi you were seeking for answers. So, habang nasa journey po kayo na naghanap kayo ng kasagutan sa mga nangyayari po sa buhay niyo, parang ano po yung isang experience na hindi niyo po ine-expect na may na-discover po kayo na, totoo talaga itong astrology?
Okay, actually, there are many instances in my personal journey that I proved astrology is real. So one is, nung inaaral ko siya, nakita ko all of civilizations actually, they have some sort or some form of astrology. And hindi pa naman nag-uusap-usap ng mga sibilisasyon na to eh. But they look to the sky. And it has actually endured centuries. So that is one. Okay, so kung hindi siya totoo, it wouldn't have survived, centuries. So that's one. And then another is my personal experience. Nung binabasa ko yung chart ko, kinokontra ko pa nga eh. So one of which is, I was in corporate nga in my past life, so in medical corporate. And then, yung regular working girl who wanted to, pangarap ko nun to be the CEO. Okay, to have that, to be the CEO of a multinational global pharmaceutical company. But looking at my chart, I have actually a mission to spread something that will help people improve themselves. Okay, so it's more internalized. And then I actually tried for so long na kontrahin to. Sabi ko, no, gusto ko sa corporate. Pero I'm always being brought to what I do now. So I've always been in the medical industry. And I think astrology is also a tool to diagnose the soul. And I'm also a TCM practitioner. So nandun pa rin yung nasa health and wellness. Pero hindi na siya sa corporate. Okay, it's more of, helping people, not just on the body, the physical, but I believe nga, to be truly healthy, you have to have a healthy mind, body, and spirit.
Kapag po sinasabi yung salitang astrology, parang ang una pong pumapasok sa isip ng tao, zodiac signs, ganun po, di ba po? Pero gaano po kalalim yung mundo ng astrology? Pwede niyo po bang ma-explain po sa amin yung concept ng zodiac sign, charts, pati po yung sa crystal healing po?
Okay, so ang astrology, napakalalim ng astrology. Sadly, yung nakikita lang natin mainstream or online is just, not even, I would say, not even 1%. So, ang tinitignan natin is yung sun sign lang. Okay, Virgo ka ba? Scorpio ka ba? But it is only one part of your chart because you actually have at least 10 planets. Okay, 7 pa nga kung traditional. Okay, so real astrology is actually looking, you don't just have your sun sign, you have your Venus sign, your Mars sign. They're in your planets or in certain houses, in certain signs. Nag-uusap-usap din yung mga yan. There's what we call aspects. And there are so many techniques pa na kailangan mong aralin to be able to make a very good, accurate reading. So, napakalalim ng astrology. There's also an international community of astrologers. Pag nakita mo sila, mga may PhD, may doctorate, mga doktor, mga historians, learned people, mga aral na tao. And they're actually into astrology because they want to understand. Because astrology is also very cultural. But it's also very accurate. It's a very good tool. Okay, it's a very good life hack. It's a very good tool for mankind. So, ganun kalalim yung astrology. Actually, marami pa, pero I think that's the most simple. So, what we see online is actually just the surface of real astrology. That is why, just be careful when you listen to content or you absorb content online. So, don't take it as the gospel truth. Kasi baka mamaya mapahamak ka. Okay, and I think people also notice na parang hindi ganun ka-accurate because your chart is very personalized. Kung nakakita na kayo ng birth chart, it's actually very complicated, very complex. The chart is very complex because you as a person, you're also very complex and complicated. Hindi natin pwedeng i-quadrado or i-box yung astrology. So, napakalalim ng astrology.
How about naman po yung nakikita po natin online na nagbebenta po ng mga crystals for healing, for love? Ano po yung kinalaman ng crystals po pagdating sa astrology?
Okay, so I would like to say that astrology, crystals, actually marami yan the power of the mind, meron tinatawag na manifestation. So they're all into energy work. So the planets, my belief is the planets are actually omens. So they have energy. So parang hudyat siya. So they can actually be signposts. 'Di ba? Ang signpost, makikita natin, okay, may pakurba or you have to do a stop. So astrology or the planets are like that, but they're actually energetic. Okay, so it's the energy of the planets. So ang crystals naman, crystal healing, actually gawa din naman to ng Diyos, 'di ba? So crystals, they're actually alive. So when I say alive, it is because they are not still. They actually have vibration. Have you noticed your watches? 'Di ba, yung automatic watches, meron siyang crystal quartz. Kaya siya gumagalaw, even without the battery. Yung LCD, they also have crystals. So crystals actually have frequency or vibration. So when we talk about frequency, vibration, that's also energy. Okay, so it's actually connected to the energetics of the planets. There are actually also correspondences of planets to crystals. And for crystal work, kasi crystal healing, because I'm also into that. So for example, if you have pink crystal, so ang pinakasimple yung color. But malalim din to. But for pink crystals, they actually resonate with the energy of love. Okay, so that's the energy. I would like to think that sometimes it's also psychological. But they do emit frequency. But when we say that it's psychological, like pag nakakita ka ng pink, di ba, it also reminds you of love, of softness. So you can use crystals at the very least, no, for aesthetics and to remind you of what energy you need or what energy you want to embody.
Ayan, para po sa isang tao na wala siyang background masyado about sa concepts po na pinaliwanag nyo, no? Ano pong misconception about astrology yung gusto niyo pong i-debunk ngayon po?
Okay, sige. So, yung una, well, there's a reason kung bakit ako naging closet astrologer because there is a stigma sa astrology. Ang alam lang natin yung sun signs. And I also meet people and I read online na sinasabi nila, yung mga naniniwala sa astrology, medyo mahina yung utak. Because why would you believe in astrology? But actually, what they're talking about is the, sign judging or very pop astrology. Yung sinasabi ko, 1% lang. Very surface level ng astrology. So, that's what I want to debunk. Because astrology is actually, I'd like to call it a science. It's actually natural science. Okay, it's a science, it's based on observation. It's also an art because there are ways, to read charts, there has to be that a human, a person to read charts. Okay, so I want to debunk the concept that astrology is, people who do astrology, hindi sila matalino. Actually, hindi. Yung nag-astrology talaga, kasi mahirap siya. It's very technical. So, people who get into real astrology, masasabi ko na, mabilis ang mga utak nila or, they're quite intelligent. So, that. And then also, astrology is not just for entertainment. Yes, masaya mag-astrology. Ang Gemini, madaldal, or, minsan sasabi, playboy, playgirl. Okay? Pero hindi lang yun yung astrology. Okay, malalim. So we don't just do sign judging. It's not just for entertainment, but astrology can be used as a life hack. It can be used to help you become your best potential or reach your best potential.
Ayan, nasabi niyo po kanina na astrology is a study and it's very technical po, nasabi niyo po. Bakit po kaya maraming tao pa rin po yung naniniwala ngayon na parang, astrology, for entertainment lang yan, or kaya hulaan lang naman yan? Sa tingin niyo po, bakit po ganito po yung mindset ng tao pagdating po sa ganitong aspect po?
Okay, so it's because astrology, para gawing content, kailangan mo i-simplify. So, ang hirap naman yung buong chart yung i-read for everyone kasi nga it's very personalized. So, what happens is, usually mga nagko-content, they just isolate one planet. Okay? Usually, it's the sun sign, sometimes Venus, sometimes Mars, but it's only actually very surface level, only a portion. So, for people who don't know about astrology and nakita nila yun, syempre akala nila yun yung astrology. Pero napakalalim pa. So, ang struggle nga ng mga astrologers, yung mga real astrologers to do content, it's very complicated. Madali mag-isolate ng isang planet. So, yun yung nagiging content. So, yun yung sumisikat online. But for me, it's actually a good start. At least people get to know about astrology, even if it's for fun. Because how I got into astrology rin, aside from the reading, nagtitingin-tingin din ako dati online. It's actually fun, but you have to remember that you shouldn't take it as yun na talaga yung totoong astrology kasi sobrang lalim niya.
Ayan. Sabi niyo po kanina na you read charts po, no? Nagkaroon po ba kayo ng experience na meron po kayong kakilala or kaibigan na nagpabasa po ng chart nila? Tapos parang lumabas po sa result na parang it's something na negative or parang warning po. May ganun po ba kayong experience?
Okay, so yes, marami akong binabasahan, pati kaibigan ko. And I wouldn't call it negative. Okay, so meron tayo nakikita na periods of challenges. Okay, sabi nga sa Bible, di ba, there's a time for everything. So minsan okay tayo, minsan meron tayong pagdadaanan na challenges. But the challenges are only there, okay, for us to learn lessons. So it's up to us because we still have free will. So parang ganito lang yan eh, makulimlim. Okay, so alam mong uulan, magdadala ka ba ng payong? So we can utilize astrology like that. So it's actually just it's a guide. So I wouldn't want to call it negative because one concept that I also like to share with people is that kailangan natin ng moments na hindi tayo steady at hindi puro okay lang yung nangyari sa life natin. Because if there are no adversities, kung puro okay tayo, hindi na tayo mag-evolve, hindi tayo mag-improve. Everything is so steady. Just like pag nanonood tayo ng movie, di ba? When we watch a movie, usually kailangan merong nangyayari na hindi ka nais-nais, di ba? Para maging exciting. And then, the hero's journey, ma-overcome ng bida. So, that's also the use of, what we can think of as negative, pero they're not actually negative, but they're actually just catalysts for us to evolve.
Pumunta naman po tayo sa usapin po ng practical use naman po ng astrology. Sabi niyo po kanina na real astrology is a tool, a life hack po, no? Paano po nagagamit yung astrology po sa practical na paraan po?
Okay, so marami actually. So there are two main uses of astrology. So when I got into astrology, it was used for spiritual purposes. So akala ng mga tao puro spirituality ang astrology. Pero astrology, from the beginning, it was used for very practical purposes. Mamamatay ba tong king na to? Will he be a good king? Okay ba yung weather? If you've heard of the Farmer's Almanac, no? When is the best time to plant? Will it be a very cold winter? So for very practical purposes. So in modern day, I have a lot of clients. My clients are actually mostly businessmen, okay? May politicians, public figures, people who seek for guidance to make real life decisions. So it's beyond spirituality. So when is the best time to get married? Is it a good time to get married? Tama ba tong papakasalan ko? Although there's ethics involved in that. So it's more of looking at the dynamics between two people. Another is it a good time to launch a business? Okay, so for very practical purpose and also for people to try to understand what's happening to them or what they can expect. Like the themes for the next year, 2 years from now, what's the best decision to make? Okay, so these are some of the practical uses of astrology.
Based on your experience po sa lahat po ng mga clients na na-encounter nyo po, pwede nyo po ba masabi sa amin kung ano po yung parang top 3 na areas ng life nila, yung madalas po nila na pinapa-consult po sa inyo?
Okay, so madali lang yan. So top 3, syempre, money. Money, career, okay, love, okay. So yon, these are actually top 2. And then yung iba, mga fringe na yan. So it can be health, so what's happening to me right now, okay. But usually, it's really always money and love. And then another service that is quite popular right now is astrocartography. So ito yung best places to thrive. So for example, ako, ang pinakamagandang lugar sa akin, kunyari lang, sa Dubai pala. Okay, so there are actually hacks. And I've actually guided also a lot of clients into their best place to thrive. So merong Australia, New Zealand, US. So, what city in the US? So, yon yung emerging popular consultation ngayon.
And curious question lang po, no? Sa mundo po ba ng astrology, fix na po ba talaga yung kapalaran ng isang tao? Or meron pa rin po ba tayong control sa direction ng buhay natin? Or paano po nagko-coexist po yung mga bagay na to?
Okay. Astrology, actually, there are many beliefs, no, or many approaches to astrology. There are some who think that, yan na yun, nakasulat na dyan. You cannot change it anymore. But for me, I don't believe that. So I believe, sabi ko nga may formula yung astrology. One is the position of the planets. It's actually a map. It's actually your blueprint. It's like your manual. So yes, nandun siya. Hindi mo na mababago. Kung yung Venus mo is in Libra nung pinanganak ka, hindi mo na siya pwedeng tanggalin doon. However, the second part of the formula is actually free will. Knowing that you have planets in certain areas of your life, what are you gonna do about it? So how are you going to embody it? Some people embody it negatively. Like for example, if you have very strong Mars or Aries energy, palaaway ka. May mga taong ganun, ano? They notice that earlier in their life, they get into trouble, palaaway sila. But if they're actually aware of their planet, di mo na mababago yun eh. It's very active. Okay, it's full of energy. Pero you can actually channel that energy to serve you. You can be an athlete, you can be an entrepreneur. So depende pa rin. We look at the, specifics of the chart. So, yung kapalaran is actually still somehow dependent on your free will. But one concept that you have to understand is if it's not in your chart, hindi siya mangyayari. Okay, for example, if in your chart it says that pwede ka maging sobrang sikat or pwede ka maging president ng Philippines, pwede mo siyang abutin. But you also have the choice na, hindi, ayoko. However, if it's not in your chart, kahit anong gawin mo, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so there's that concept that I want people to understand when we approach astrology.
Ayan, napaliwanag niyo po sa amin yung coexistence ng kapalaran at free will po ng tao. Meron po ba kayo naging client or parang kakilala na binasahan niyo po ng chart, tapos may sinabi po kayo sa kanya na something na hindi to aligned sa chart mo, pero tinuloy niya po yung bagay na yun? Ano po yung nangyari sa kanya?
Okay, yes, merong mga ganon, and they usually come back, bumabalik sila. Okay, so marami. So meron akong binabasahan and then I was telling this person na okay, medyo similar sa akin. You're in corporate, however, alam mo ang nakikita ko, nasa HR siya, you're supposed to actually go beyond corporate and to use, kasi nag-aaral din siya ng astro sa akin, you're supposed to use astrology, no, to help people become their best selves. Okay, so parang OD, organizational development, but applying astrology. However, my advice to this person is, hindi ka na dapat employed. Okay, you should have your own agency or you become self-employed. But ang nangyari, bago lang to, so, nag-apply pa rin siya. Kasi, naintindihan ko naman, natatakot siya eh. Okay, kasi mahirap nga naman if you've been employed for such a long time. And then, magsosolo ka or you become independent. So, nag-apply siya ng trabaho, natanggap siya. And then, tinanong niya ako one time, sabi ko, but you know what? You still have to start your own. You know what happened? I just got news that, yun, nagka-problem na naman siya sa work, which is, binanggit ko sa kanya na pwede ka magka-problem sa work. So, wala na naman siyang work dun sa corporate. And then now, really trying, no, to also become independent. The universe naman will not punish you. It will give you several chances.
Nasabi niyo po kanina na, ayun nga po, nangyari pa rin, no, yung prediction ng charts po niya. May danger po ba kapag ang isang tao po is heavily dependent po or parang inaasa niya na talaga yung buong buhay niya based po sa readings ng chart niya?
In fact, I don't advise people to always look at their charts or to always go for a reading. Ang sinasabi ko, you still live your life. Just become aware of what's there in your chart, your manual. Okay, so I don't want people to be heavily dependent on astrology. There's a reason kung bakit pinagbabawal din siya eh. Because some people, you know, sobrang dependent na nila doon. Parang sinasamba na nila, which is not also correct. It's just supposed to be a tool to help you. Supposed to be a guide. Supposed to be a life hack.
Pumunta naman po tayo sa usapin naman po nung kanina pa po natin na pag-uusapan, yung about po sa mga fake astrologers po. Especially sa nakikita po natin online. Ayan, dahil sobrang uso na po ng usapin ng astrology online, like yung mga manifestations, crystal healing, ayan, yung mga charts, reading ng charts. Paano po natin malalaman if yung isang content creator is legit po ba siya or credible po siya na maging astrologer po or maging source of any astrological information po?
Okay, so this is a very controversial topic. Well, I don't blame these people who are, I would like to call them as hobbyists. Sabi ko nga, hindi porket mahilig ka sa astrology at gumawa ka ng content, totoong astrologer ka na. Because the term astrologer is very loosely used by people. Hindi porket nakabili ka ng scalpel, surgeon ka na. Okay, so kailangan mo siyang aralin. But I don't also blame these people. Sometimes, hindi rin nila alam. They're not aware. They stumbled into astrology, nahilig sila, and then they try to create content. But yun na nga, just be careful, no? Because sometimes, mali rin yung mga advice nila. That's why I advocate for people to learn real astrology. On your question, kung paano malalaman yung legitimate astrologers who practice real astrology. Number one is, medyo mahirap gumawa ng content. So, ang pansin ko ngayon, mga real astrologers, hirap talaga sila gumawa ng content. Siguro more of may YouTube sila, pwede. But that's one. And then, not just in astrology, but in any practice or modality, I always advise people to also check the background and look at the demeanor of the person. Okay, so tignan mo kung ano ba yung mga sinasabi niya. Does it also align with your values? Because yun yung naging red flag dun sa unang na-stumble upon ko na person doing astrology. What he was telling me wasn't aligning with my values. So demeanor, and then do a bit of background check, yung character, ano ba yung mga sinasabi niya, nag-align ba sa values. Somebody na nag-aral, kasi it's very technical. Para kang kumuha ng doktor. Gusto ba yung doktor mo is hindi nag-aral? Okay, there are hobbyist astrologers, but there are legitimate real astrologers. So, and another thing very important, also look at the intention. So, mapapansin mo naman yun, ano bang intention of this person who got into astrology? Kasi pwede ka naman magtrabaho ng ibang, 'di ba? Ibang trabaho or ibang career. Pero bakit astrology? Is it just for content or is there a real desire to help people? So what is the intention? What is the motivation in doing astrology? It should always start with self. Real astrologers do astrology because they want to understand themselves first.
Sa tingin niyo po, gaano po ka-dangerous kapag maling tao or hindi legitimate na astrologer po yung nagbibigay ng guidance or advice po sa isang tao?
Very dangerous. Okay, and this is also one of the reasons why I got into astrology, but for myself. Because if I had listened to the advice of, the person who first, read my chart, yung advices niya sa akin is hindi maganda. So, pwedeng napahamak ako. Buti na lang, intact yung values ko from childhood, from, yung foundations ko. So, it's very dangerous. I experienced it firsthand. Another is, meron din akong naging client, although medyo isolated. Nagpa-read siya before me sa ibang nag-astro. Okay, so yung advice sa kanya, sinunod niya, and then yun, napahamak nga talaga siya. So yes, there are, astrology, actually, kailangan talaga may integrity. Kasi sabi ko nga when you read for people, people will believe you. Kasi you won't shell out money kasi nagbabayad din, 'di ba, for readings. Hindi ka naman maglalabas ng pera kung usually vulnerable yung mga tao who go for readings. So nakikinig sila. Papakinggan nila yung advice mo. So it's actually very dangerous also. It can be very dangerous.
Ayan, napag-usapan po natin kung gaano ka-powerful tool po ang astrology. Sabi niyo nga po kanina, it's a life hack. Curious po ako if meron po bang limitations ang astrology? Sa anong mga bagay or aspects po ng buhay natin hindi po siya applicable?
Okay, so astrology, there's what we call ethics nga in astrology. So we try, or although sa totoo lang, pwede mo naman din makita or malaman yung mga moments or periods in a person's life na medyo delikado siya, like death, okay? Merong mga indicators dyan. But it's actually unethical to predict death in astrology. Kasi pwede kang magkamali. And usually, for example, makikita mo dyan yung periods sa buhay ng tao na okay, kailangan mo mag-ingat, kailangan mo na gumawa ng major change, drastic change, or magpa-check up ka na sa doktor. Lalo na yung mga iba ayaw magpa-check up sa doktor. Pa-check up ka na sa doktor. And then, pag matigas ang ulo, so ayan, nangyayari that something happens to them. Okay? But kung nagpa-check up naman siya or naging maingat siya sa health, so pwede naman na meron pa rin magkaroon ng instance of a health issue, pero mamimitigate siya or mababawasan yung intensity, not to the point na ikamamatay ng tao. So, astrologers always remind people who do astrology or my students also be very careful of how they read for people and also to be careful in their predictions. We're just supposed to guide people. Okay, so it's more thematic. Kailangan mo mag-ingat ka sa health mo, mag-ingat ka dyan sa nanliligaw sa'yo, mag-ingat ka sa investment, so double check all the contracts. So, ayun.
Na-share niyo po sa amin kanina meron po kayong medical corporate background. Meron po bang instance sa life niyo po as a astrologer na parang paano niyo po ina-advise sa tao na may hierarchy po ba na dapat muna silang magpa-check like sa medical professional or is it time na po ba para mag-consult na po ng isang astrologer? Paano po nababalance yung ganitong dalawang bagay po?
Okay. So, when people go for a reading with me, usually nadadaanan din namin, pati yung health. Okay? Kasi syempre, health is wealth. It's your vitality, it's your sun sign, it's your sun. Okay? So, magbibigay ako ng, advices on health. So, mag-ingat ka kasi, alam mo, sakitin ka ba ng bata? Lagi ba sumasakit tiyan mo? O, napansin mo ba the past few months, bumabalik na naman yung sakit ng tiyan mo? And then I advise my clients to go to a doctor, to seek medical advice from a doctor. Sometimes naman, clients, nagpa-check up na sa doktor, they want deeper or they want to understand kasi hindi ma-identify ng doktor. That is when we can also look at the chart. Okay, for, what is the cause? Lalo na yung mga hard to diagnose illnesses or conditions.
Regarding this question po, nagkaroon po ba kayo ng experience na meron pong nag-seek ng help from you, tapos in-advisean niyo po na dapat po muna is magpa-consult po siya for a medical professional, tapos hindi niya po sinunod? Parang gusto niya lang po i-take yung advice niyo po. Ano pong nangyari sa person na to?
Thankfully, wala pang nangyaring ganyan. Okay, usually, when people, but I think it's also the type of, people I attract. So, nakikinig naman sila when I tell them to go seek medical advice or even, see a TCM because I also advocate for traditional Chinese medicine. So, usually naman, sumusunod sila. Ang ma-share ko is meron akong na-read na magkakapatid and una nagpabasa yung dalawang magkapatid. So, I knew they were magkapatid. And then yung pangatlo, hindi ko alam na kapatid nila. Okay, so hindi naman nila dineclare. But laging lumalabas to be careful of the health of the father. Okay, so anong nangyari? Nagpa-check up nga. And then yung isa, kasi mag-isa na lang yung father, elderly na, mag-isa sa bahay. One of the sisters moved in. And then something happened nga, na-stroke nga yung tatay. Pero buti na lang, nandun yung isang kapatid. Okay, so naagapan. So nagka-stroke, pero hindi siya sobrang lala. Okay, na-survive naman ng father.
Ayan po. Bilang pagtatapos po, no? Sa dami po nung napag-usapan po natin about astrology, ano po yung gusto niyo pong mas maintindihan po ng mga tao tungkol po sa industry po ng astrology?
Okay, ang gusto ko sigurong maintindihan ng mga tao regarding astrology is yun na nga, no, to debunk the pop astrology. It's good for entertainment. Okay. But astrology actually needs the respect of people kasi it's a very powerful, it's a very good tool that has been used by, by civilizations, no, by different civilizations. So, ang astrology is makakatulong sa atin, nakakatulong sa tao. But yes, there are some people, kasi it's very powerful, who use it for, for purposes na hindi maganda. Sabi nga, with great power comes great responsibility. So yes, astrology is very malalim siya, and it's actually also very helpful.
Ayan, nakwento niyo po sa amin kanina na at first po, skeptical po kayo sa reality ng astrology. Ano pong advice niyo sa mga tao po na curious matuto tungkol po sa astrology? At ano naman po yung masasabi niyo sa mga taong skeptical pa rin po?
Okay. So, sa mga taong curious about astrology, maganda na aralin nyo yung real astrology. Beyond the memes, beyond pop astrology, take a look into the history of astrology. From Sumerians, Babylonians, Mesopotamians, Egyptian. Okay, so until now, no? Persian, Arabic. So, ang haba, ang rich ng history ng astrology. So if you want to learn real astrology, get to do a deep dive even on the history. So you get also to understand the techniques and then how it became modern astrology. So that's for people who are interested into astrology. Don't just dabble into surface level. So for people who are skeptics naman, go for an astrology reading with a legitimate astrologer. And I like this quote, no? People usually mock what they don't understand. Pero kung alam ng mga tao gaano kalalim yung astrology, gaano ka legit siya, and gaano ka, technical siya, people will not mock it anymore. You will become a believer if you just begin to study and get to know real astrology.
Para po sa mga taong curious po na ma-discover po yung world ng astrology, ano po yung some sort of warning or ano po yung pwede niyo pong sabihin sa kanila na pwede po nilang maiwasan sa pag-discover po nila ng astrology po?
Okay, so for people who want to get into astrology, so one warning lang is just be aware na kahit naman saan, no? So there are also, some just for fun, for entertainment. Lalo na ito, seryoso kasi ang astrology. So it was side by side with medicine, mathematics, okay, science, in the olden days or in ancient times. So there's for entertainment and there's also serious astrology. And people actually take advice no from astrology. So in any industry naman, just to be careful. And one of the things that I impart to my students and even to my kids is critical thinking. So you don't just accept things blindly, but you do your research. Okay, dapat, in Tagalog nga, dapat marunong ka mag-isip. Okay? You have to use your logic. Okay? You have to use your reasoning. You have to also investigate before you accept something. Kasi baka mamaya fake news. Okay? Or fake pala. So, yun yung isang warning ko.
Ayan po, bilang pong pagtatapos, meron po ba kayong gustong sabihin po para sa ating mga viewers about po sa world ng astrology?
Okay, so to the viewers, astrology, which is my modality, obviously I love it very much because it has actually helped me. So come experience real astrology. It's okay to, enjoy entertainment astrology, but just take it with a grain of salt. And if you want to experience real astrology, go for a reading with legitimate astrologers. So I do astrology readings. You can contact me om.mnl on Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok. And I also have students who I've taught astrology so they can also do readings. Mga vetted ko sila, mga naturuan ko. And I also do astrology classes and courses. There's the long course and there's actually yung mga per topic. For those who just want to, understand astrology, kahit hindi nila gustong aralin talaga, but per topic, like, share ko lang, on early June, around June 9, we have a conjunction of 2 benefic planets. So, swerte tong time na to. Okay, but it still depends on your chart, but generally swerte. So, I will also have classes on that. So, if you want to learn more about astrology, come follow me, and I hope to see you soon.
Kung gusto nyo manood ng mga dokumentaryo galing sa mga interviews namin, huwag nyong kakalimutang i-check ang isa pa naming YouTube channel, Off the Record Beyond Borders. I-click nyo lang ang link sa description. Maraming salamat!